Okay, picture this for a second. Imagine a vehicle that handles the mundane, everyday school run flawlessly. It swallows up all of your family's luggage for a long weekend trip without breaking a sweat, and yet it possesses this completely hidden, aggressive alter ego that can literally leave sports cars in the dust at a stoplight. Today, in this explainer, we are diving deep into a massive automotive phenomenon. We're dissecting the anatomy of a hype, specifically the 2026 Škoda Kodiaq RS. We're going to break down exactly how a highly practical family vehicle completely shattered market expectations and became an absolute overnight sensation. I mean, seriously, what seven-seater SUV sells out in just 6 minutes? That is the central mystery we're unraveling today. When bookings opened for this vehicle in the Indian market, it didn't just do well, it caused an absolute buying frenzy. We are talking about a sensible 3-row family hauler generating the kind of instant panicked sellout you'd usually expect for limited edition supercars or hypebeast sneaker drops. It's crazy! How on earth does a family SUV generate that kind of manic demand? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle lies in a tiny, almost unbelievable number: 50. That's it. That is extreme exclusivity right there. You see, Škoda brought exactly 50 units of the Kodiaq RS into the country as completely built units. That was the entire allocation for the whole nation. When you combine genuine hardcore automotive enthusiasm with that level of extreme scarcity, yeah, you get a 6-minute sellout. But here's the thing. Scarcity alone doesn't create this kind of hype. The vehicle actually has to deliver something extraordinary to make people scramble for their wallets like that. So if scarcity is only half the story, what's the other half? Get a load of this number: 6.3. That is the amount of time, in seconds, it takes this heavy 7-seater family SUV to go from a dead stop to 100 kilometers per hour. That is firmly, undoubtedly in sports car territory. To put that into perspective, this thing is capable of out-accelerating many dedicated performance cars right off the line, all while carrying 3 rows of passengers. It is currently the quickest Škoda ever launched in India. The secret sauce behind all that capability really comes down to the badge on the grille, the RS badge. And let's be clear, this doesn't just mean a sporty body kit or some flashy red stitching on the steering wheel. It stands for Rally Sport. This is a legendary badge representing over 50 years of Škoda's rich motorsport heritage. Now, Indian enthusiasts already know and revere this badge, mostly thanks to the beloved Octavia RS. But this is the very first time Škoda has ever slapped the RS badge on a 7-seater SUV in India. It's a promise of true engineering pedigree. It proves this isn't just some marketing gimmick. It's a machine genuinely built for driving pleasure. To truly understand how it achieves that incredible performance, we've got to look at the heart of the beast. Pop the hood, and you won't find a massive, heavy V6 or V8 weighing down the front end. Instead, Škoda went with the celebrated 2.0-liter turbocharged EA888 TSI petrol engine. And man, it delivers. It pushes out a massive 265 PS of power and 400 Newton-meters of torque, ultimately topping out at around 231 kilometers per hour. By forcing compressed air into the engine, the turbocharger allows this relatively lightweight 2.0-liter unit to punch way above its weight class, producing the power of a much larger engine. It perfectly balances raw, exhilarating speed with the efficiency and drivability you actually need for everyday use. Okay, but having all that power is one thing. How do you actually get that 265 horsepower to the ground effectively? That magic happens through the transmission. The Kodiaq RS uses a 7-speed DSG gearbox that operates in literal milliseconds. It's brilliant. It pre-selects your next gear before the current one even disengages. This means when you are absolutely flooring it, the interruption in power is practically zero. It delivers the seamless, lightning-fast acceleration that makes a heavy SUV feel incredibly nimble and, frankly, way smaller than it actually is. But all that power and all those lightning-fast shifts mean absolutely nothing if your tires are just spinning in place, right? This is where the invisible, behind-the-scenes math of the intelligent 4x4 system takes over. Unlike ordinary SUVs that mostly just drag you along from the front wheels, this system is constantly thinking. First, it monitors wheel speed and your steering angle. Then, it analyzes how hard your foot is on the throttle and checks the actual grip on the road surface. Next, it calculates the vehicle's stability in real time. And finally, in a fraction of a single second, it automatically routes the engine's torque exactly to the wheels that have the most traction. It keeps this beast completely glued to the tarmac, whether you're launching from a red light or cornering hard on a slippery road.
And speaking of cornering, I've got another magic number for you, 15. This represents the Dynamic Chassis Control Plus, or DCC Plus. Now, this isn't your standard fixed suspension system where you're stuck with one ride feel. Not at all. This system features electronically controlled dampers that offer 15 distinct levels of real-time suspension adjustment. The car is constantly reading the road ahead and tweaking exactly how stiff or soft the shock absorbers need to be.
Those 15 levels of adjustment give the Kodiaq RS a true dual personality. It's like a shapeshifter. On one hand, for city roads, you get this plush, comfortable damping. It just eats up the bumps for everyday school runs and your morning commute. But take it out to the mountain passes and the suspension completely tightens up. You get stiff, aggressive handling for sharp cornering and rock-solid high-speed stability. The DCC Plus literally transforms the vehicle from a cushy family hauler into a track-ready performance machine at the push of a button.
And you are the one pulling the strings here, controlling all of this engineering through the adaptive drive modes. You've got Eco, Comfort, Normal, Sport, a fully customizable individual mode, plus snow and off-road settings. And let me tell you, selecting these modes isn't just about changing a fancy graphic on the infotainment screen. It instantly alters the vehicle's entire DNA. The steering weight gets heavier, the gear shifts hold on longer when you're in Sport, the throttle response wakes right up, and the all-wheel drive and DCC suspension instantly recalibrate to match whatever mode you just picked.
Outside, the styling reflects this sporty nature, making it what car enthusiasts love to call the ultimate sleeper. It doesn't scream for attention, but if you know what to look for, the clues are absolutely there. It features aggressive gloss black accents on the grille and mirrors, these massive 20-inch alloy wheels, sportier bumpers, and those dual exhaust outlets. It looks incredibly sharp, but it intentionally masks the highly practical, massive family cabin hidden right behind those doors.
Speaking of which, stepping inside is where luxury perfectly meets performance. Because buying a driver-focused vehicle shouldn't mean your family has to suffer in the back. You're gripped by these fantastic RS sports seats wrapped in black leather with beautiful red contrast stitching. Tech-wise, you are totally covered with a massive 12.9-inch infotainment screen and a crisp 10.25-inch digital driver display. You get heated, ventilated, and, get this, even massage front seats. There is a premium 13-speaker Canton sound system to blast your favorite playlists. And crucially, since it is still a family vehicle, it is packed with safety gear, Level 2 ADA DAS, and 9 airbags. It proves once and for all that you can have sports car fun without sacrificing an ounce of family comfort or safety.
Let's put this all into perspective by seeing how it stacks up against the competition. When you compare the Kodiaq RS to its main rivals, its unique identity is instantly obvious. Look at the Toyota Fortuner Legender. Sure, it gives you 7 seats, but its core identity is rugged, ladder-frame off-roading. It's a truck. The VW Tiguan R-Line gives you that sporty European styling, but it only has 5 seats. Then you have the Jeep Meridian, which offers premium 3-row comfort, but totally lacks that hardcore performance edge. The Kodiaq RS just sits in its own completely unique market position. It gives you European on-road performance, complete with DCC Plus and RS tuning, without losing that crucial 7-seat practicality. It's honestly in a class of its own.
So this brings us to the ultimate buying dilemma for anyone shopping in the premium SUV markets. On one side, you have the unmatched European on-road performance, those millisecond gear shifts and the sports car acceleration of the Kodiaq RS. But on the other hand, you have traditional, rugged off-roaders built to take an absolute beating out in the wilderness. If you were the one handing over the cash, which philosophy would you choose? Would you want the ultimate 7-seat sleeper for the tarmac or a dedicated mud plugger for the trails? It's a fascinating choice, and I think it perfectly explains why those 50 units vanished in just 6 short minutes. So let me know which side of the fence you sit on. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I hope you found the engineering behind this hype as absolutely fascinating as I did. Catch you next time.